Y'all won't believe the absolute chaos that's unfolding in the Braxton family right now. What should have been a time of mourning and coming together after Traci Braxton's passing has turned into a shocking story of greed, betrayal, and family drama that'll leave you absolutely speechless. Would you believe that instead of supporting each other through their grief, the family is now torn apart by some seriously disturbing allegations? And get this, Traci's own husband, Kevin Surratt Sr., claims he was actually banned from making important decisions about his wife's funeral and estate. I know, right? Let's dive into this messy situation and spill all the tea. Ever since we lost Traci Braxton, it seems like the drama just keeps getting worse and worse. Those sisters who used to be the perfect picture of family unity and Braxton family values are now being called out for supposedly being disloyal and greedy. Here's the real shocker. When the family found out Traci had left control of her entire estate to her son Kevin Surratt Jr., including all the financial decisions, well, let's just say some people were not happy about it.
We all make choices. And it's up to you to decide, what you want to do. So, they decided they ain't one coming. And that was their choice to make.
But honey, that's just the beginning. Traci's husband, Kevin Sr., found himself caught in the middle of this family storm when he tried to speak up about how things should be handled after his wife's passing. The poor man claims he just wanted to honor what Traci wanted, especially regarding her funeral and estate. But instead of getting support from the family, he says he was pushed aside and silenced by certain family members. Can you believe the nerve?
Our friends? When you're married, it's supposed to be our friends, not mine and yours. He need a life, though. Let him have one. Look at all this life I'm giving him.
Now, the Braxton sisters aren't exactly rushing to come clean about any of this, especially Tony, who's allegedly been trying to shut Kevin Jr. down. But here's what we're all dying to know. What exactly did Kevin say? Is there any truth to his words? Was Traci really being mistreated by the people closest to her, or is there more to this story than meets the eye? Let me tell you about the first sign that something was seriously wrong. Fans were absolutely shocked when they learned about Traci's will. She left everything, her estate, her brand, even her image rights, to her son, Kevin Jr. Now you might be thinking, well, that's not so strange, but here's the tea. Traci had plenty of other options. She could have left it to her husband, Kevin Sr., or even her sisters. But wait, there's more. Traci actually specified that her brand and image rights would be managed by Clifton Jones until Kevin Jr. was ready to take full responsibility, and that decision would be made by her legal counsel. Now, doesn't that make you wonder? Why didn't Traci trust her family enough to put them in charge? Many fans believe this was Traci's way of protecting herself from her own family. Over the years, there's been lots of whispers about Traci being mistreated by her sisters, and Kevin Jr. recently exposed how they allegedly belittled her and kept her out of family dynamics. And if you think that sounds far-fetched, just wait until you hear how the Braxton family handled Traci's funeral. According to insiders, the Braxton sisters accused Kevin Sr. of going against Traci's wishes by organizing a viewing and funeral service. Apparently, Traci's will specifically requested cremation without any formal services, but a viewing was held anyway, and that's when things got even messier. Would you believe that Traci's sisters, Tamar, Trina, Tawanda, Tony, and their mother Evelyn Braxton, allegedly refused to attend the viewing altogether? They claimed it went against Traci's final wishes.
It's called the Traci.
We just kept flying back and forth this year. We took turns with different things, and everyone had their own role in being there for her. We laughed a lot with her. We cried a lot with her.
But hold on to your seats, because this drama gets even more intense. Michael Conrad Braxton, Traci's father, reportedly showed up to the viewing only to be turned away at the door because he wasn't on the guest list. Can you imagine? Someone from the church eventually let him in, but he had to sit in the fourth row and wasn't even allowed to speak about his own daughter. The disrespect is just unreal. Now, Traci's husband, Kevin Sr., has strongly denied these allegations. He insists that Traci actually wanted a viewing and memorial service to celebrate her life, which he planned with her management and PR team. Listen to what Kevin Jr. had to say about all this. "I was with my wife more than anybody in this world. I know my wife. When she got cancer, we really started to communicate about funeral plans. I went to every single one of her doctor appointments throughout our entire marriage. That's how we were. And now they're treating me like a deadbeat husband. Once Kevin Sr. cleared his name, honey, he did not hold back. He turned the spotlight right onto Traci's sisters, accusing them of exploiting Traci's passing for their own gain. According to him, the sisters weren't just causing problems after Traci died. They'd been making her life difficult while she was still with us. Kevin called out the Braxton sisters for being cruel and dismissive towards Traci, and when you look at some of their interactions, well, the evidence is pretty damning.
That's Tony right there.
She wish. That's Tony Braxton right there all day.
The one at the bottom. Wow, she got some music. That's beautiful.
Tony.
Let's take a little trip down memory lane, shall we? Remember that clip where Traci shaded her sisters for treating her like their personal assistant, making her carry their bags instead of letting her shine on stage with them? And it gets even worse. Remember when Tamar kicked Traci off her movie set? That incident had fans absolutely furious, with so many people calling out Tamar for how she treated Traci. It wasn't just fans speculating either. People close to Traci were uncomfortable with how she was being treated.
Okay, I got that ablation thing done.
What's an ablation?
It's a procedure where they
It's a procedure that they have to scrape me and scrape my
when you have long periods and a little bit of anemic. And I swear to y'all, excuse me, mommy, but my clitoris.
Oh, Lord.
But if you think Kevin Sr.'s claims are just his side of the story, let's hear it straight from Traci herself. During an emotional therapy session on Braxton family values, Traci opened up about how deeply hurt she was by her sister's lack of support. She shared this heartbreaking memory from an event in Miami where she was being honored by the United Negro College Fund. Instead of celebrating this amazing accomplishment with her, she felt completely sidelined by her sisters. It's absolutely heartbreaking to hear Traci describe feeling like an outsider in her own family, especially during such an important milestone.
That was bizarre behavior. And everybody just brushed it off as, Tamar being Tamar. But if they knew, Tamar's always right.
This goes above and beyond anything that I've seen her do ever.
So what's wrong? Anybody talk to her?
Now, while Kevin Sr. has been very vocal about how the Braxton sisters treated Traci, he's also had his own issues with how her estate was managed. Apparently, Kevin Sr. wasn't too happy about Traci's decision to make their son the sole executor of her will and estate. The tension between father and son came from Kevin Sr.'s confusion and frustration over why he wasn't given control. From his perspective as Traci's husband, it probably felt like a decision that came out of nowhere. But Kevin Jr. believes his mother's choice was completely intentional and well thought out. This created this huge rift between father and son, with Kevin Jr. feeling hurt that his dad couldn't understand Traci's reasoning. To him, it was all about trust. Traci clearly wasn't taking any chances with her legacy. She seemed to know there would be drama after she passed, so she took extra steps to protect herself, her legacy, and her family. Get this, she actually let Kevin Jr. record their conversations about the will, her estate, and how she wanted everything handled. She knew people might try to twist her intentions, so these recordings were her way of keeping everything crystal clear. Her decision to put everything under Kevin Jr.'s control, instead of splitting it up among family members, might have been her way of avoiding conflict. It's like she saw all this drama coming and did everything she could to make sure her son had what he needed to carry out her wishes without anyone interfering. But honey, the drama was far from over. Back in September 2024, footage leaked of this heated argument between Kevin Sr. and Kevin Jr. that apparently got physical. The clip went viral faster than hot gossip at a church picnic, and everyone was talking about the strain between father and son after Traci's passing.
Me no. You told me no. You told me no. You told me no. You told me no. When I asked you if let me live in our house.
This altercation supposedly started because of tensions over Traci's will, where she named Kevin Jr. as the sole executor. You can imagine how this might have upset Kevin Sr., who probably felt like he was being pushed out of the picture. But here's where it gets really juicy. Rumor has it that the Braxton sisters were the ones who leaked the footage. Apparently, they shared the clip to make both Kevin Sr. and Kevin Jr. look incompetent when it came to managing Traci's estate. If that's true, This could have been their sneaky way of trying to get control of the estate for themselves.
As a father, I thought it was important to address the situation. I want to make it clear that no physical altercations occurred. This incident happened some time ago and is being made to serious.
Looking at the sisters' history of drama and alleged greed, it's not hard to see why some people think they might have leaked that footage for their own benefit. After all, getting control of Traci's estate, or even access to Toni Braxton's wealth, could be quite the motivation. Making things even more complicated, Kevin Jr. later admitted in an interview that both he and his father had been drinking during that argument, which probably didn't help matters. Despite Kevin Sr. claiming it happened a long time ago, Kevin Jr. clarified that it was actually pretty recent. He admitted things did get physical, but he also made sure to say how much he loves his father and wasn't trying to make him look bad.
Me and my father, we had our ups and downs, but what I can say is, we're getting through it. We're not like at a point where we're not on speaking terms. That incident, it hurt.
If the Braxton sisters really were behind leaking that footage, it raises some serious questions about what they're really after. By making Kevin Sr. and Kevin Jr. look like they couldn't handle Traci's estate, were they trying to position themselves to take control? Given the family's history of fighting and how they allegedly treated Traci while she was alive, you've got to wonder if this was part of some bigger plan to get more influence or maybe even access to Toni Braxton's wealth. But the drama doesn't stop there. After losing his mother, Kevin Jr. has been going through some really tough times. Things got really scary during an episode of The Braxton Show when he had a seizure right there on set. The production team found him and called Tawanda Braxton for help. According to reports, Kevin Jr. has been having seizures ever since his mother passed away, and everyone's really worried about his health. As if that wasn't enough, Kevin Jr. is also dealing with a difficult divorce and custody battles. But here's where it gets really nasty. Rumors started spreading that Kevin Jr.'s seizure was because of alcohol and drug use. And guess who supposedly started those rumors? None other than the Braxton sisters themselves, allegedly trying to damage Kevin Jr.'s reputation. The timing seems awfully convenient, doesn't it? Many people think the sisters might have spread these rumors to discredit him as the executor of Traci's estate. During a grief counseling session on the show, Kevin Jr. opened up about how much he's struggling with everything, losing his mother, the family drama, and his divorce. After the seizure, he admitted he's scared of being alone, especially with his health issues. Evelyn Braxton and Trina Braxton did visit him at his hotel to check on him, trying to encourage him to stay strong and work things out with his lawyer. But Kevin Jr. shared how betrayed he feels by his ex-wife Olivia, who now has full custody of their child and control of their former home. These allegations about the Braxton sisters starting rumors about Kevin Jr.'s supposed substance abuse to undermine him are truly disturbing, especially when you consider they might have also leaked that video of the fight with his father. If these claims are true, it looks like the family is using every opportunity they can to discredit Kevin Jr., possibly to get control of Traci's estate for themselves. While Kevin Jr. is trying to deal with his grief and health problems, it seems like the people who should be supporting him might actually be working against him. Looking at everything that's happened, it's no wonder Kevin Sr. thinks the Braxton sisters might be trying to profit from Traci's death. Think about it. Traci was the standout sister, loved by fans for being real and resilient. Her music, her personality, and her story made her shine in her own right.
Please welcome the Grammy-nominated powerhouse, Tamar Braxton!
Now, with all these allegations about the sisters stirring up drama, trying to discredit Kevin Jr., and possibly seeking control of her estate, it's easy to see why Kevin Sr. might feel like they care more about their own gain than honoring Traci's memory. But what do you think about all this Braxton family drama? Do you believe the sisters are trying to profit from Traci's passing? Are Kevin Sr. and Kevin Jr. being treated unfairly? Or is there more to this story that we're not seeing? And most importantly, is Traci's legacy being properly respected in all of this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for the latest Hollywood scoop. And before you go, check out this next video on the end screen. Trust me, you do not want to miss it.